We welcome you to the final game of the 2022 CPC Invitational presented by New Taylor and Associates and First Community Bank. We have had some great basketball here over the last 3 days.
There wasn't any in there.
Our last game features Bluefield and Chapmanville. Let's meet the teams. The missing team on the scoreboard are the Chapmanville and defending
Daggone it.
Video Productions proudly presents West Virginia High School basketball as we bring you day 3 action of the New River Community Technical College Invitational here at the historic Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center. Greetings from Beckley, along with 2-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin, and our great crew. I'm Mark Martin, delighted to have you with us. We've got 2-time defending Class AA state champion Chapmanville at 6-1 going up against always talented Bluefield at 5-1 in our final game of the day on what is day 3. Bob Bolin, well, what more can you say about Chapmanville? They've won 52 straight games against teams from West Virginia, so the only loss coming from out-of-state competition. Bluefield with Buster Large, always a contender.
Heavyweight title fight here at the Armory. 2 of your traditional powers, 2 teams that you expect to make to Charleston, and we're in for a good one.
Well, and you know, both programs with championship success, and here comes Bluefield right out of the gate, running with the basketball and scoring it is Tyrese Hairston, and just like that, the Beavers on the board and a 2-0 lead.
Obina got the tip, but Tyrese Hairston beat the Beavers to the ball, and there's a nice steal.
Braden Cruz, we saw him at the state tournament last year, and Bluefield shoots out to a 4-0 lead. Well, it's interesting. You got Sean Martin, number 50 in white for Bluefield, going to go to Marshall and play football, and you have number 2 in the black, Obina Anachilla-Killen, and that young man is going to go and play for Marshall in basketball.
Well, right now it's been all Bluefield. Sean Martin, post move inside, 6-0, maybe time for a TO.
Sean Martin, the big man, 6-0. Anachilla-Killen with the pass, and this one going to go out of bounds. And a great save by our Robbie Mounts there right beside of you, Bob Bolin.
Good hands by Robbie. He has to protect that monitor. Butch Mounts, we can't break that monitor. That's one of the best ones I've been around.
All right, 6-0 Beaver lead. Brad Napper, outstanding coach for Chapmanville. as is Buster Large. And here is Cruz firing up the shot. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Hunter Jeffrey. And a steal by Cruz. Boy, Cruz is a player.
Yeah, and, you know, this is just how Bluefield plays. They pressure you. They don't care if it's Chapmanville or anybody. That's how they're going to play. They get after it, and right now the Bluefield is just dominating the game.
Colin Paris takes it and scores it. Well, 4 different players have scored for the Beavers, and they lead it 8-0. Pulling up in the lane, shot no good by Andrew Schull for Chapmanville, and the Tigers still looking for those first points of the game. And Harrison throws it away there. Back the other way come the Tigers, and pulling up is Schull. He will be fouled. Can't get it to drop. Randy Rader, Scott Cochran, and Rob Pecora are the officials. You know, Bob, we were here last weekend, and we're here again this weekend. They're going to start charging the two of us rent inside this great facility.
Well, we have the best seat in the house.
We do. And
great high school basketball. And didn't understand that play. I thought maybe Martin got hurt. He kind of jogged back on defense after the turnover. And in a game of this magnitude, you got to go all out every possession. And Bluefield started out with such a strong lead.
Chapmanville played in the cancer research event at the West Banco Arena in Wheeling yesterday, and they knocked off Wheeling Park. And we're going to have another foul against Bluefield.
And you know, I'm not crazy about calling that charge after the pass, but that was such a violent collision that I thought that was definitely the proper call.
Jaheim House.
Don't like those touch fouls after the pass, but that kind of contact, the offense was definitely trying to get an advantage that they couldn't have.
All right, Chapmanville looking for that first field goal of the game, and they'll get it from Andrew Schull, who has all 4 of the Tiger points on the other end, and Martin couldn't handle the pass.
Andrew Schull with a nice pull-up jumper in the lane. Bluefield will continue to press.
Again, Chapmanville beating Wheeling Park yesterday 60-48. Obina Anachilla Killen with 6 blocked shots in that game.
Yeah, Chapmanville doing a very poor job of handling the Beaver press right now. There's a lot of turnovers on the inbounds pass in the first one. Smart timeout there by Braden Cruz to stop the 5-second turnover.
All right, so the Beavers will come over, and 30-second timeout, 8-4 game. We'll keep it right here. Delighted that all of you could be with us. And again, this Chapmanville team, they've won 52 straight against competition in the Mountain State. Last time they lost a game, you got to go back to the 2016-17 season.
Well, this is not going to be a cakewalk against the Bluefield Beavers. And I don't know if any of those 52 have been against Bluefield, but Bluefield definitely will not be intimidated. And, you know, right now, just watching the first 2.5 minutes, the talent level, you know, looks very similar on both teams.
All right, so Cruz only had trouble getting it in, and now Cruz will get it into Martin. He can't get it to drop. Running down, the ball is Paris, and then Paris tried to throw it off of Obina Anachilla Killen, but it will be Chapmanville's ball, and driving in hard, but not able to convert on the offensive end.
Yeah,
was Brody Dalton for Chapmanville.
Bluefield needs to get Cruz a good look in the half-court offense.
Here is Cruz driving, kicking it out. Paris with the ball in the lane. Paris lost the dribble there momentarily, couldn't get it to go. Here's Martin. Good job by Martin.
The big fella with the soft hands inside, coming up with a loose ball and putting the stick back in.
10-4 game. Philip Mullins. Shot is blocked there by Cruz.
He missed that one. I just think in high school basketball, block shots are called fouls so many times. There's Cruz straight up. No, it's not a foul.
Brody Dalton will go to the line for Chapmanville. Only loss coming to Christ Church out of South Carolina for Chapmanville. Dalton got the first, missed the second. 10-5 game. Cruz in trouble there at midcourt, and coming up to help his teammate is Tyrese Hairston. On the move, up is House, and House was fouled.
And I'm not sure about that one either. You know, it's just block shots. Looked like Obina came over, straight hands up. They all even out in the end, Mark. Right here it comes, Obina coming for the help. I don't know.
Well, Bluefield won here on Thursday over Greenbrier East, 82-41. A Greenbrier East team that gave Shady Spring all it wanted earlier tonight before falling 79-76. And both free throws going through for Bluefield's house.
Bluefield doubled them up, didn't they? 82-41.
82-41. Leading the way for Bluefield was Colin Parrish with 20. House had 12. Martin had 12. Caden Fuller had 12. 10 for Cruz. A lot of good scoring in that game. And here's the shot up and in by Philip Mullins. Mullins had 22 yesterday in the win over Wheeling Park.
Under control, Mullins with a nice jumper. Obina still hasn't got a shot within the offense for Chapmanville, and the first quarter's over halfway finished.
12-7 game.
Oh, good hesitation by
Cruz, but we lost the handle on it though, and scooping it up is Mullins. Mullins will get it into the hands of Andrew Schull, the 6-foot senior. Schull trying to shoot it over Hairston there. Here is Obina from way out, and he's fouled.
And he was. And you never want to foul the jump shooter. I know Obino's numbers are not terrific behind the three, and just not a good foul there. Right there, right, comes straight across. Just don't want to commit that. Never foul the jump shooter, Mark.
I've heard that from someone.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, that's and that's why, you know, Obina, that'll get him going. He hadn't scored yet. Now he gets 3 free throws from the line, and you wake up a sleeping giant.
Boy, what a great young man he's been for this program, and stayed right there. Stayed right there and played for the Tigers. You got to love it. Swishes all 3 free throws, and just like that, it's a 2-point game.
And the people say he's a worker. He's in the gym at 5 in the morning. I saw him the first week that he came to the United States, and if you'd have told me that he would be that good now, I would have never believed you.
So smooth, so active, and down the floor, and Chapmanville chance to tie it, and they just couldn't get the shot to drop for Dalton. Here comes Bluefield the other way. Paris driving, he can't get it to go, and Anna Chillikillen knocking it off of Paris. It will be Chapmanville's ball, and a chance for the Tigers from Chapmanville Regional High to get a chance and tie this game or maybe take the lead. Scholl going to be picked up by Hairston. He wheels around Martin, and now Scholl dumping it down for Obina and Chillikillen, and he just couldn't hang on to the pass.
Yeah, Chapmanville looks a little different. When you had Devin Collins out there last year, you had a 6'9" shooter to go along with Obina, and that just made them look unbeatable. And, I mean, they're a good team, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, Bluefield's playing right with them, and, you know, Bluefield lost to Princeton. They only beat Wyoming East by 2, and that double-A field is wide open.
Yes, it is. Caden Fuller, who checked into the game, he steps out of bounds there, and so it will be Chapmanville ball. And again, a chance for Tigers to tie it up here. They trailed 8-0 early on. Maybe take the lead. Holding it there, Philip Mullins. Here is Anna Chillikillen. He'll take it to the hoop. He missed it, but there with the stick back is Mullins. His second bucket of the game. We're tied at 12-12.
Now, if they can get that ball to Obina out in the open court like that, Bluefield doesn't have anybody that can stay in front of him.
Cruz pulls up, and Cruz scores it.
I like Cruz. Cruz with a good jump shot there. What do we get? A foul on the rebound. I believe it was on Sean Martin, said pushing, going for the offensive rebound.
The 14-12 Bluefield lead. That'll be Martin's first. That is team foul number 5. So Martin will, Fuller's checking out and back in his house. And it comes to Philip Mullins. Philip Mullins hands it to Scholl. Scholl on the move, right down the middle of the lane, and wow, well, Martin got his hand on it, but
Andrew Scholl with a strong move to the basket.
He's got 6 here, 14-14 game. Hairston, ball goes out of bounds, and that's going to be last touched by the Beavers. So here comes Chapmanville with a chance to own its first lead of this basketball game.
Great help side defense, team defense by Chapmanville. You can tell they've been taught well.
So Martin comes out into the game. For the Beavers is Isaiah Rivers.
Great job getting in the passing lane.
Here's Hairston. He'll be fouled.
Tyrese Hairston. Great job of anticipating where the offense was going to start from. Shot that passing lane and ended up drawing the foul. Right here was a little curl. Hairston shot the passing lane and gets rewarded at the free throw line.
Scholl with his first foul, team foul number 2. And at the line, we'll go Hairston. And Hairston, who got the first bucket of the game, can't get that to drop. Another one coming with 1:09 to go here in this first quarter of action. 2-time defending state AA champion Chapmanville Regional up against traditional power Bluefield. A final game here of the New River CTC Invitational. So coming up empty on both free throws. Obina Anachilla-Killen holds it in trouble and finally gets it to Scholl. Scholl will pull up from the left wing. His shot hits the back of the iron, but there is a rebound by Jeffrey. Jeffrey to Scholl. Scholl's shot won't go. Battle underneath, and Hairston has it for the Beavers of Bluefield. He will bring it across the timeline. Hands it to Cruz. Cruz picked up out up front there by Isaiah Smith. Get a little screen there from House. Driving in is Cruz, and he rolls it through. Cruz with 6 in the first.
Cruz can do it from the outside. He has a nice game driving to the basket.
16-14. Anachilla-Killen will go baseline and slam it.
Obina on the left side, turning to the right, slams it home, and the score's tied up.
16-16 game from the corner. Shot won't go. Here is Chapmanville, and we have played a quarter of basketball. We're all tied. Bluefield and Chapmanville. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of the New River Community Technical College Invitational.
When someone contacts my office, usually something terrible has happened. A loved one has been killed at work, a child has been seriously injured in an accident, or an insurance or credit card company is harassing them. My job as their attorney in these troubled times is to comfort them, give them peace of mind, to investigate the facts of their case, research the law, and I fight to make sure that their rights are protected. If you need a lawyer, contact me.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign.
We welcome you back here to the Beckley, Raleigh County Convention Center, Sweet 16. Bob Boland, Chapmanville and Bluefield even at 16.
Yes, been a very fast-paced game, enjoyable first quarter. Both teams slugging it out. Chapmanville 6 for 7, 85% from the free throw line. But the bad thing, Bluefield had both teams had 7 turnovers in the first quarter.
All right, away we go, and Chapmanville with the basketball. And the shot sticks.
And that's a held ball, jump ball, and it'll go to the Beavers. Let's see that soft touch there.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, that's the slam by Obina, the highlight. The highlight of the day.
Cruz with the basketball, outstanding ball handler, gets it into the hands of Hairston. Now Paris with it, he'll weave to the left side. It's a back to Cruz.
Cruz wanting the ball pick, and the offensive player has to sprint out there to get him. Got the mismatch inside.
Here's Paris, little running one-hander off the glass, wouldn't go.
And the charge is called.
Wow. His first. And that is going to be...
good call. Great defensive positioning. Got to go straight up on that when the defender's under. You can't shoot the runner. What a great replay that we have here at Video Productions. Showed that perfectly.
Firing from the outside for Chapmanville. That's Isaiah Smith in the game. Bluefield with the ball. Cruz. And that last foul was on Bluefield's Paris. He has one, and there's 5 team fouls again, and now we have a foul against Chapmanville.
And Braden Cruz just difficult to stay in front of. If the defender puts both hands on him and they feel he's impeding his progress, the call will be made.
Isaiah Smith with his first, team foul number 3. Cruz, Braden Cruz, senior player, outstanding ball handler, outstanding shooter. Can't get it to drop, but running it down is Tyrese Hairston. Stands on that West Virginia University Tech logo. Program under the guidance of first-year head coach James Long. As we work inside an arena where the gentleman to my right won a ton of basketball games at the high school and college level. And Bob, I know when you watch basketball in this place, it just has to just flood with memories.
Yeah, but I've never lost a game from this side of the court.
Well, that's true. You haven't. Well, you didn't lose too many when you coached.
No, a lot of great memories in this building. I kind of always look forward, don't look at the past much, but I still enjoy talking to all of our former players, and I still stay in contact with many of them.
Chapmanville still looking for that first lead. And here is Shull trying to give it to them and just can't get it to drop, but Obina and Killen had the rebound, but then there's a collision, and that's going to go out of bounds.
They had him stepping on the end line before the collision. And actually the proper call there by referee Rob Pecora, there was definitely a block on the play, but it was after the offensive player had stepped out of bounds.
Cruz across the timeline. Bluefield opened up an 8-0 lead. They have not trailed. We're tied at 16. No one has scored here in this second quarter. Both teams playing some tough defense. Here's Cruz rifling up the shot, and Martin went up for the rebound.
And the foul is on Martin going for the offensive rebound.
So the Marshall football recruit hit with his second personal.
Great head fake. Martin comes from behind to block that.
And then a tug of the jersey.
Oh, don't want to get that foul. I mean,
on
Yeah, just not a good foul. Martin's valuable to his team. Right here it is, and just that right hand pulling the jersey. Got to let that one go.
So at the line, and I said he's going to Marshall. I'm sorry, WVU is where he's going. Anna Chillakillen is going to Marshall.
There we go.
On a.
I'm sure Marshall would like to have it.
So Cruz with the ball. 16-16. No one has scored here.
Yeah, the two players fighting for position inside there and pushing off, and the referee's going to get something.
Taken away. Here come the Tigers looking at that first lead, and they finally get it as Mullins scores. Mullins has 6.
Mullins is very good in the open court, gets to the center of the lane, and able to make those floaters. Really good shooter in there.
18-16 our score. Chapmanville again. And the shot from the outside, and when you talk about Sean Martin, who's on the bench right now, and boy, the work as he now comes back out, and the work Neil Brown did, made a lot of visits down that way. We've got timeout on the floor. We'll break away. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of the New River Community Technical College Invitational.
I'm Tanya Crubb, Director of Acute Inpatient Rehab, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Wright, Surgical Podiatrist from Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
I'm Romel Mitchell, Executive Secretary, Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Thank you for trusting your care at
Logan Regional Medical Center, always here for you.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Midstate Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Midstate Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Back here in Beckley, 18-16, Chapmanville. It's early and they were down 8-0, but they've settled down here and got themselves a lead.
Yeah, Mark Early. Man, I can remember when I used to think 10 p.m., that was the time that you get ready to go out. Now at 10 p.m., I'm like, I'm 30 minutes late for going to bed.
Now, you got work to do, buddy. All right, so Tigers with the ball. Scholl driving, and Martin snags the rebound. Ahead he goes to Cruz. What you like about Martin, too, Bob, is, he's going to go play major college football, but not going to pass up the final year to play with his buddies and be a big contributor to basketball here before becoming a Mountaineer.
When you think about the confidence Buster Large has in him right now, 3 fouls?
Yeah.
And on the court with 3 minutes to go, and he was definitely getting fouled down there, held from behind. And that will be the 4th team foul on Chapmanville, so Bluefield's still not yet in the bonus. And there's Martin posting up. No sense in to foul him right there and put your hands around his hip. And if you're going to play behind him, let him get it and let the help come down. Oh, did you see that? Cruz tapped it off the backside of the defender. Just a smart play for an easy layup.
So it's Bluefield's first bucket here in this second quarter. Obina and Chillakillen with the shot.
Yeah, and Buster Large wanting a travel call. Oh, here's on the other end. Chapmanville with their back turned, and look up Cruz right off his backside for the layup. Now, Buster Large is asking for the travel violation, and it looks funny because Obina shot an air ball, and he got the rebound himself. And now on the playground, Mark, that's a travel. You go the other way. But in the rules of basketball, if the referees deem that as a shot attempt, it is not a travel. And a lot of people don't know that. And the Bluefield coaching staff still upset about it. But according to the rules, it looks funny, but that was not a travel.
And so Martin with 3 fouls. Anna Chillikillen at the line, and he connects. So Martin heads out, and checking in Colton Brown, 5'9" sophomore, wears number 3. Obina, Anna Chillikillen. Second free throw, no good. And who else gets the rebound but Cruz? Cruz speeds it across the timeline. Braden Cruz. Foul line extended. It dribbles right in front of Brad Napper, who was the West Virginia High School Coach of the Year in 2018. What a job he's done there at Chapmanville Regional. So the foul is going to be charged to Hunter Jeffrey. That's his first. And that's team foul number 5 on the Tigers. Cruz into Hairston. Here's Hairston. Zips it over to Cruz. Cruz holding up ball high above his head into the hands of Caden Fuller. 19-18 our score. Chapmanville scored 3, Bluefield 2, and Cruz darting in and draws the foul.
And Cruz wanting the ball pick to get the switch on Obina. And I'll just tell you, when he got that ball pick and he decided to take Obina, well, when Obina's guarding you, he can't come off of his man and be the shot blocker.
Shot up and in by Cruz.
Really a good strategy there, you know, if you think you can take him off the dribble, because Cruz has excellent ball handling skills and he's very quick with his first step.
Fuller is out. Paris is back in, and Cruz couldn't get that one to go, and Bluefield keeps it alive. And here's Hairston in all kinds of trouble. I think that House gets it out to Hairston, and Hairston can't get the ball to go through. Now Chapmanville Regional goes to work.
A lot of people call the walk on that Euro step, and I'm just not sure. It looks awkward. It's different, but let's look and see. 1, 2. Yes, he did take 3 that time. And he did the double Euro, the Euro hop. You give me that replay, boy, I can get him right all day.
Game even at 19. Here's Cruz. He tried to save it, which he did, but into the hands of Schull. And Schull drives in and knocks it off the glass and scores it. Schull with 8 in the game.
I'll tell you, Schull and Mullins are so good in transition of being able to go full speed and make those runners inside, as he call it, traveling on Obina.
Caden Fuller couldn't get that shot to drop. But it will be Bluefield's basketball. Paris on the inbounds, in trouble, and out he sends it to Cruz. Cruz dashes down, pulls up, and shot would not drop. Rebound snagged there by Mullins. Mullins ahead, wide open layup, good by Isaiah Smith, his first basket of the game.
Now, if Cruz goes to the basket, the 2 guard has to get back on defense.
Shot from the corner, no good by Caden Fuller. Rebound Chapmanville. Chapmanville with its biggest lead of the game right now at 4, 23-19. Philip Mullins driving. Philip Mullins, boy, used that body nicely.
Oh, and he's quick. And he flexed. So everybody's been in the weight room a little bit.
And Buster Large will call a timeout. And it's a full timeout. We'll break away here in Beckley. Chapmanville Regional up by 6 on the Beavers.
General Stores knows West Virginia. But what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Think how talented Bluefield High was this season in football. They played for the state championship, lost to Bridgeport, and we talked about Sean Martin. He's going to go to West Virginia. J.J. Davis, the running back, his teammate, flip-flop those guys. J.J. is going to Marshall Wood. Two Division I guys like that. So right now, basketball in the minds of Beaver fans, and they trail 25-19 after opening up this game with Chapmanville Regional trailing by 6. But a lot of talent in Bluefield, Bob. I know you followed and battled them when you were coaching at Beckley when they were AAA.
Oh, Bluefield has always had talented athletes. Buster Large has done a great job winning state championships. Last few years, Chapmanville has taken over the throne as the top AA team in the state. And, with moves like that by Andrew Shull hanging in there strong, Chapmanville has a very balanced, good basketball team.
They lead it now by 7. Shull got one, missed the other.
Bluefield needs a bucket. Down 7, been on a long scoring drought as far as field goals go.
Yeah, they only have 3 points here in this second quarter. One field goal by Cruz and a free throw. That's been it.
And Chapmanville plays defense, all of them. They do have the shot blocker back there at the back to help them out, but they get after the ball, they pressure the ball. They're very well coached.
All right, Cruz. Out there near midcourt, 26-19. They open up an 8-0 run to start the game, but right now they trail by 7. Cruz wanting to dart to the bucket. He's going to fire a long 3, would not go, and Chapmanville couldn't get the ball, and knocking it off the glass and in at the buzzer. Much needed bucket for the Beavers was Tyrese Harrison. So we go to the break, 26-21 our score. The two-time defending state AA champion Chapmanville Regional leads it over the Bluefield Beavers. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of the New River Community Technical College Invitational.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100-plus stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
When someone contacts my office, usually something terrible has happened. A loved one has been killed at work, a child has been seriously injured in an accident, or an insurance or credit card company is harassing them. My job as their attorney in these troubled times is to comfort them, give them peace of mind, to investigate the facts of their case, research the law, and I fight to make sure that their rights are protected. If you need a lawyer, contact me.
No one leaves their home thinking they will be in a car crash. Unfortunately, in West Virginia, more than 1/3 of people killed in car crashes are not wearing their seatbelts. Those who choose to wear their seatbelts stand a good chance to live another day. Law enforcement wants you to have a fighting chance. That's why we are busy making sure everyone is buckled up.
We would rather you arrive safe at all your destinations rather than it be your final destination.
Buckle up, click it, or ticket.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated.
We welcome you back inside the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center. Halftime of this showdown between two-time defending Class AA state champion Chapmanville Regional and the Beavers of Bluefield. 26-21 our count. Bluefield jumped out to an 8-0 lead, but by the end of the first quarter, it was 16-16, and then Chapmanville Regional outscores Bluefield in the second quarter 10-5 to make it a 26-21 count here. Final game of this great event, and it's our pleasure to be bringing you live coverage here on Video Productions and a lot of great sponsors, including attorney at law Stephen P. New right here in Beckley. Stephen, congratulations on being a part of this wonderful event, first of all.
Oh, the honor is all mine, Mark. It's great to be here with you. It's been just an absolutely fantastic tournament. So great for Beckley. Hats off to Dr. Copenhaver from New River and Mike Green and their entire team that put this event on. A long weekend of basketball. Great teams, boys, girls teams from Southern West Virginia. And my new law partner, Amanda Taylor, and I couldn't be any happier to be the presenting sponsor along with First Community Bank. I believe Mike mentioned there's over 50 sponsors. It takes a community to make something like this happen, and we couldn't be happier to be here.
Glad you are. And again, the game started on Thursday, and now we're wrapping up here with this final game at New River Community Technical College Invitational. Tell us a little bit about your law practice. You're a native of Gilbert, West Virginia, Mingo County. You were a Lion once upon a time, donning that purple of the great Lion athletics down there, and now part of Mingo Central. But tell us about what led you to Beckley.
Well, it's real simple. I went to Marshall for undergrad, leaving Gilbert, and I played for Coach Jerry Miller down there and Coach Gordon Carter. They were my high school football coaches, and we take athletics really seriously in Mingo County, and I love Mingo Central and those four schools that are consolidated. Went to undergrad at Marshall, went to law school at WVU. I was also in the West Virginia National Guard at the time.
Wonderful.
And I'd like to salute all of our young men and women who are deployed to Kuwait right now in the 1st to 150th Armored Cavalry that I used to be a part of.
Wonderful.
And I got engaged in my third year of law school. She had a drug rep job in Beckley, and we decided to put roots down here, and I practiced law in Gilbert for a few years, then started my office here May 1st, 2004, and it's grown. We've now got a Charleston office as well, 4 lawyers, about 10 paralegals, and just growing, and we have a successful practice. I'm really proud of it.
Well, you should be, no question about that. And a proud graduate of a wonderful school. You mentioned those great coaches that you're a part of, and of course I know that you love the Thundering Herd and you follow them nicely each and every season.
Yes, very proud graduate of Marshall University, and I'm so proud of what Danny's been able to do. You know, Marshall was with Huckabee, and even before Huckabee, I grew up watching Huck's Herd.
Yeah,
but
sure.
even before that, with the D'Antoni brothers, and
yeah.
so many great players that came through there in the late 60s, early 70s, the NIT runs and the great teams that we had. Marshall had a really strong basketball presence for a long time, and then Danny has really brought that tradition back. Such an exciting run a couple years ago to the second round of the NCAA tournament. So proud of what he's doing, and with a lot of homegrown kids. Jeremy Dillon from Mingo Central, and you've got so many of the kids who are homegrown West Virginia talent showing that they can compete in Conference USA, Mark.
Yeah, and we're looking here where we got a WVU football recruit for Bluefield. You graduate law school there.
Right.
A Marshall basketball recruit here for Chapmanville Regional. So you can't lose here, can you?
No, I cannot lose. My nephews go to Chapmanville. My brother lives in Chapmanville, actually. And that's a lot of what I like about this tournament. When Mike Green showed me the array of the schools from all over southern West Virginia, and I've got clients literally from one end of the state to the other, but really the concentration of the schools from southern West Virginia here, I knew that Mandy and I just needed to be a part of this and help them make this go.
All right, and if you're ever looking to make any extra money, I bet you this jersey you're wearing here tonight, a Huntington Blizzard hockey jersey. I don't think there's too many of those left around.
Well, I got this off of eBay. So
Is that right?
I got this off of eBay. So, it's just one of those things from the time period when I was at Marshall.
You were there, right.
And, you could go on a student ID and go down and watch the Huntington Blizzard in the Civic Center, and it was just a really good time. So
Well, Stephen, we appreciate you being a part of this. Appreciate you being a part of Video Productions, and we look forward to seeing you down the road, my friend.
All right. So good to be with you, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Stephen P. New, attorney at law, one of the great sponsors for this outstanding event, the New River Community Technical College Invitational. At the break in the final game of this 3-day event, it's Chapmanville Regional 26, Bluefield 21. We return in a moment here in Beckley.
Did you know when you send or receive a text message, you take your eyes off the road for 5 seconds? At 55 miles per hour, that's like driving more than the length of a football field blindfolded. As a result, thousands of people die every year in crashes related to distracted driving. That's why we're cracking down on people who text or use their smartphones while driving. We would rather you cross the goal line alive. Law enforcement officers write tickets to save lives. Don't text and drive.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy, and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
I can't do it.
Welcome back here to Beckley. Two teams returning to the floor.
Don't believe in warm-ups anymore, do they?
At least in this game, they do not. They are out and ready to go.
I've seen a lot of high schools this year, and well, as a player, I would have died if I couldn't get out there and get 3 or 4 shots up.
Well, it's a 26-21 lead for Chapmanville Regional. Leading the way for the Tigers in the first half, Andrew Scholl had 9, 8 for Philip Mullins, 6 for Obina and Achilla Killen, 2 points for Isaiah Smith, 1 for Brody Dalton for Bluefield. Leading the way, Braden Cruz with 9, 4 for Tyree Hairston, 2 for Jaheim House, Colin Paris, and Sean Martin had 4. So, thoughts on this one as we get set to start half number 2?
Well, Chapmanville picked up the defensive pressure midway through the second period and dominated play from there. But 5-point game, it could go either way. 2 really good teams battling it out here tonight.
Andrew Scholl with the basketball for Chapmanville Regional. Gives way. Preston Smith.
Great
Number
hustle.
3 there. Now down low, but missing the shot, Philip Mullins. Here comes Bluefield. So they got to stop. They got a big bucket right there at the end of the half. Got this lead to 5. They were down 7. Again, they started with an 8-0 run in this game. From the free throw line, and as pretty as you please, Jaheim House now with 4 points. 3-point game, 26-23.
Jaheim is in the house, hitting the 15-foot J.
House money right there, right?
Yeah, they go get a foul here down low. House on Obina. Well, Obina moved out behind the three-point line.
Mullins pulls up left of the key, and Mullins with a nice shot there. He's got 10 in the game.
Well, Mullins just really good at the old school mid-range game.
All right, here is Martin, and they're going to get him for his 4th foul. And Buster Large does not like that call.
Let's see, Obina's botting in. Well, I'll just call it like it is. That was a flop.
All right, Bob, quickly, trivia question, Buster Large. Do you know what it is?
Concord quarterback could throw it 70 yards.
No, not Concord.
Bluefield State?
Last ever starting quarterback for the Big Blues.
Hey, I'm getting better, Mark. I'm getting better at this stuff.
Big left-hander. All right, here is Anna Chilla-Killen.
And you know why I said Concord? Because I did my student teaching there, and the guy that worked with him, Randy Barnett, was the quarterback at Concord. That's how I blew that, but I came back.
Well, you're also in Concord's maroon.
Oh!
you're looking at a maroon team here who's got House, who knocks in his second bucket here in the quarter. 30-25, and Mullins trying to stretch out the lead with the three-pointer. Couldn't get it to go. And Tyrese Hairston gets it to Cruz. Here's Paris. He'll pull up. Baseline jumper, no good. Anna Chilla-Killen with the rebound. And the 6'9" Marshall recruit brings it across the timeline. Pulling up is Scholl. His shot is short. Cruz weaves his way across the 10-second line. Cruz in the lane, couldn't get it to go. Put back up and in by House, who has 6 third-quarter points.
Great move by Cruz. I just didn't see that one.
And Cruz pleading his case. Of course, it's always a little too late for that. Yeah. Here's a look.
Cruz on Cruz going to the basket.
And
Obina did a good job to avoid the contact, but there's House to clean it up.
So Cruz with 3, 2 team fouls on Bluefield.
Oh, backdoor.
Woo! And Chilla-Killen with his second dunk of the game.
And I don't know why they would be overplaying Obina going away from the basket.
Here's House whipping a pass into the corner. Back to House. House whips it out.
Great pass.
Cruz the 3 would not go. Boy, outstanding passing there by the Beavers, but the set comes up empty as Cruz knocks it away out of bounds.
And here, look, overplaying Obina going away from the basket, set him up perfectly for the easy slam dunk.
Shaw gets it in, and Mullins drives and misses the shot. Hairston with the rebound. Hairston ahead to Cruz. Getting a hand on it with Shaw, but Cruz, great concentration, lays it in. He has 11 in the game, back to a three-point edge for the Tigers.
I'll tell you what, a Bluefield team is going to have fear of nobody.
Shaw. Back it goes to Mullins. Scholl has it. Down low to Anna Chilla-Killen. And we've got a hold. Brad Napper upset about something.
And, you know, that was a hold, and Obina hasn't hurt him in the post. I don't know why they're playing him so physical when he doesn't have the ball. I mean, he's hurt him with a couple dunks and a couple back doors because they're overplaying him, but you want to play him physical, but I don't think that throwing it to him in the low post is the strength of their team.
House got hit with his third foul, and that was team foul number 3. Here's Mullins. Mullins puts it up, and Mullins maneuvers nicely there in the lane. Mullins with 12, 34-29.
They have to worry about Mullins and Schul getting into the middle of the lane. Now, if they help off Obina, he's going to dunk it. But I just don't understand if they can push him 8 feet away from the basket. I don't think it's going to hurt him too bad if he gets the ball there.
Paris sends it in. House back to Paris. Fires the 3, hits the back of the iron, no good. And a whistle. And it's going to go against Chapmanville Regional.
Loose ball foul there. I didn't see that.
It was Chapmanville, just a lone high school. Then the consolidation took place in Lincoln County. Harts being just right there on that Lincoln-Logan County line. Hart students can go to Chapmanville, and thus Chapmanville Regional is now the name of the school, has been for a few years. Still many call it Chapmanville, but here is Cruz. Boy, what a nice move by Cruz.
And boy, I didn't see anything on that foul on the replay, and that gave Bluefield another possession. It's a one-possession game.
And the foul was on Smith, his second, so first team foul on the Tigers here, as Cruz now with 13 points in the game, Bob.
Oh, Cruz can play. I think he's some of these smaller colleges should be on Cruz. He handles it, and he can be a point guard at the next level, at some level.
34-31 the score. Schul straight away 3, nothing but net.
I'll tell you what, Schulz hits big shots. Not afraid to take the big shot. Really solid guard there.
That is the first three-pointer of the game, as House runs into the scorer's table over there. Everything's okay, and we're back to work. 6-point lead here for the Tigers over the Beavers of Bluefield. Beaver High. They're in Mercer County. Cruz, he wants to fire up a 3. Just can't get it to drop, but Harrison with a nice rebound gets it to Paris. Paris spinning. Out it comes to Cruz. Cruz to Paris. Paris sets. He launches the 3. Won't go. And snagging the rebound is Mullins. Mullins across the timeline. Here's Anna Chillakillen with the shot. Couldn't get it to go through. House with the rebound. 2 minutes to go here in the third in a 6-point game. Cruz guarded closely there by Smith. Cruz going in.
That's not a foul.
And Cruz going to get whistled. Draw the whistle.
And
that's going to go against Chase Berry. That's his second. Chase Berry, an outstanding football player at Chapmanville.
Like Obina blocked that with his elbow. Obina is definitely ready for Marshall's level on the defensive end of the court. Still got work to do to be ready for the college game on the offensive end. He's got to develop his perimeter game. But on the defensive end, which most high school players, that's the more difficult transition. But Obina's ready on the defensive end of the court.
Can you imagine him, Miladinovich, Bennett?
Yeah, but he definitely needs some skill level work on the offensive end.
All right. Cruz buries both free throws, so it's a 37-33 game.
But on that note, Danny D'Antoni has very little trouble on helping kids develop offensively. I mean, he's a master at it.
Lost a heartbreaker today there in Huntington. Shot up and no good for Mullins. Scramble for the loose ball. We got a scrum, and, well, if they call a jump ball, it's going to be Bluefield's possession. And that is indeed the call. So good opportunity here for the Tigers with 1:36 to go in the third. Here's Cruz. Cruz fell down, in trouble. Boy, great job there by Cruz to keep that alive. Caden Fuller's into the game and driving in. That's going to be a charge on Colin Paris. That will be his second foul.
And that's 2 charges on Paris. Chapmanville's tough kids. They're going to stay in there and take it, right? When he gets to that point, got to go off 2 feet and take the runner. So Chapmanville fell a little early, but he was in perfect positioning. You got to take that in the chest before he falls, because some refs will call a block if you fall too early. Bluefield's showing a little zone here.
Mullins with it. Working around. This is Scholl. Scholl to Mullins. Mullins wants to drive. Cut off there by Hairston. Under a minute to go here in this third quarter. Been a good game. Boy, we had some dandy basketball here in this evening session. And the shot is good as Mullins connects.
Well, you can tell some people play Chapmanville a zone because they executed perfectly against that zone. Got the ball right where they wanted for the three-point shot.
Cruz hoping for a 3, bounced around, got a good look there, and then a collision underneath as Obina and Achillakillen got the rebound, and then he is collides with Tyrese Hairston. It's Hairston's second, and that's team foul number 5 on the Beavers.
Well, I'll tell you what, Harrison is a tough kid. He's no nonsense. Wonder what position he played on that football team, because he likes contact. He has no nonsense about him out there on the court.
Freddie Simon leading another Bluefield team to a state championship game. Beavers come up with the ball. Hairston couldn't get the shot to drop, but he was fouled. We talked about, Buster Large winning state championships there in basketball. Of course, Danny Gaither had some championship teams in basketball.
I'll tell you what, Bluefield's been good at basketball, consistently good for many years.
Outstanding track program. So Isaiah Smith checks out. Number 5, Hunter Jeffrey, number 50, comes in, and
young fella led him to a couple state championships. Anthony Eads, who's a Division I referee already at 24 years old.
Yeah.
Making his way up the ladder.
Chip off the old block, huh?
Yeah, he's going to catch Dad before long.
Driving is Mullins, and Mullins was fouled. I believe Rivers going to be charged.
Old school game. Philip Mullins got the threes, got the head fakes, goes to the basket strong, able to draw the foul, does a lot of things right.
Shot is up, and it's good. .42-33, shot at the buzzer, no good, and it is Chapmanville Regional taking a 9-point cushion into the fourth quarter. We return with those final 8 minutes of play in a moment. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of the New River Community Technical College Invitational.
Most people think that after an accident, you'll have to pay $500 for your deductible. The truth, at Allstate, you could pay $0. Allstate gives you $100 off your deductible the day you sign up. Then another $100 off every year you don't have an accident. Let the good hands reward your safe driving with a deductible that goes away. Now that you know the truth, are you in good hands?
Peyton, what are we doing here?
Welcome to Peytonville. Nationwide helps protect everything you see in here, Brad. Every family, every business, even Mrs. Hoffman's dream of retiring to become a yoga instructor.
Oh, they have backstories.
Here, I got more to show you.
And 4. Back here inside the Beckley Raleigh County Convention Center. And a 9-point lead, Bob Bolin, for Chapmanville Regional over Bluefield. It's been a hard-fought game.
Oh, it has been, and Philip Mullins is kind of taking over, driving to the basket, and playing a really hard-fought game. Good player, Philip Mullins. Tough kid.
Good defense by Bluefield to start it out, as Chapmanville had the possession, but it's going to be Beavers basketball here.
You know, neither team filling up the stat sheet. Chapmanville shooting 37.5%. Bluefield shooting 39%. Bluefield 0 for 15 from behind the arc.
Paris to Cruz. Cruz penetrates on the baseline. Got it to go. So WVU football recruit Sean Martin back out on the floor.
And it's hard to beat a team like Chapmanville when you're 0 for 15 from the three-point line.
Mullins committed the foul. His first, team foul number 4. Here's House. Nice bouncer to Paris.
They drew that up on they called that set play at the end of the quarter. Great set, good play by Bluefield.
42-35. And Chillicothe having to work against House there. Mullins will whip it around, and here is the shot. How about the big guy, Hunter Jeffrey, knocking down the shot. Hunter Jeffrey with his first bucket of the game, 44-35. Back to a 9-point lead.
Nice mid-range jumpers. Chapmanville goes to a 2-2-1 press. And
Harrison over to Paris. Paris, a little running one-hander off the glass and in, and draws the foul.
Excellent call by the official. Now that time, Paris avoided the charge, and the Tiger stuck his elbow out trying to draw it. You'll see the right elbow go out, slide in, blocking call. Good play by Colin Paris.
Paris at the line, and he converts. 3-point play the old-fashioned way. He has 7 in the game, 5 of those coming right here in this fourth quarter. It's a 44-38 Chapmanville regional lead. Mullins cut off there, and you're still there by Paris. Scholl has it again. He'll go to Mullins. Mullins gets away from Cruz, and nice little up and under, but he couldn't get it to go. But the rebound pulled out of there by Jeffrey into the hands of Obina and Chillicothe, and he scores it from straight away. 12 points in the game for the big guy, the 6'9" Marshall recruit.
Hunter Jeffrey made the air. That's what Obina does well.
And then Obina going to get fouled on the way by Hairston.
Yeah, Obina's really good at getting in those passing lanes and sprinting the floor. Super athletic, runs the floor. I mean, it reminds you of the WVU freshman, how he runs the floor, except he's a lot bigger. But Mina does a lot of positive things for his team.
Right here, free throws well.
Anticipates the passing lane. Look at that. Takes off, looking a little like Randy Moss there, drawing the foul.
Got the first, missed the second. He's got 13, 47, 38. Here's Paris. House driving, putting up a tough shot. Couldn't get it to drop, but he will draw the foul. Colton Craddock checked into the game. Let's see, the foul is going, though, against Jeffrey. Colton Craddock, though, in. He's a 6'1 sophomore, wears number 0. 16 fouls on Chapmanville. House at the line. Has 9 points in the game. Had 6 there in that third quarter.
House just a hard worker, tough kid, plays around the basket, wants the challenge of guarding Obina. Been real impressed with him.
So 47-40 is the score. House with 10 in the game. Mullins with it. Gets it into the hands of Jeffrey, who Hit a big shot earlier and made a nice pass that also resulted in points. Jeffrey. Tell Jeffrey's just one of those hardworking kids. He's earned playing time the old-fashioned way.
Oh, and he steps out, sets picks, stays within his element.
Scholl had it taken away. Here's Cruz ahead of the pack, and Cruz will lay it in. Cruz with 17 in the game cuts the lead down to 5 at 47-42. Mullins. Brad Napper wants to talk it over. He's asking for a call there that he didn't get. And so 30-second.
Yeah, Obina was running behind. You see it on the replay here. He is behind. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure about that one. I think Obina's wanting a foul. If somebody's ahead of you, they're entitled to that space just the same. Bluefield's cut it to 5. Every time Bluefield's cut it down, it's been the Philip Mullins show.
Yep.
Every time.
Well, earlier today, Independence beat Nicholas 86-81. Princeton topped Mercer Christian 80-48. Beckley Woodrow Wilson's girls, a winner over Pikeview 76-57. Great game. I had a chance to call without you as you were en route back from Huntington. Shady Spring remaining unbeaten. They knock off Greenbrier East. Spartans gave the Tigers all they wanted, but Shady moves to 8-0, 79-76 winners, and then it was the Battle of Wyoming County, a game we shared, West Side, Wyoming East, and the Renegades pulled that one out 62-57, and here we are with a 5-point game, Bob Bolin.
Oh, been great games, and that West Side, Wyoming East.
What a crowd.
You can't beat the atmosphere.
We're going to have a whistle. I believe that's going to go against House. Yes, it is. That will be House's 4th. Team foul number 8.
Well, I think Bluefield's trying things to learn for the next time they play. I don't think they'll want to foul Obina 20 feet from the basket. They're kind of playing him like he's a three-point shooter and everything, and giving him some free points around the hoop.
He bangs both free throws through. It's 49-42. Paris on the move. Paris little up and under.
Paris likes going to the basket. He's avoided the charges the last 2 possessions. Got a 5-point game, and the ball is in Philip Mullins' hands.
Paris with 7 points here in the 4th quarter, so he has 9 for the game. Here's a shot by Mullins. It is short, and a nice rebound there by Martin, but almost had it taken away. And going to have a foul called. They'll get Martin to the line.
And that is the 17th foul. So Martin will be on the 1+1 bonus.
Foul was on Chase Berry. That's 4 on Berry. So Berry leaves. Colton Craddock comes in, and how about Sean Martin stepping up there and putting through his 5th point to make it a 49-45 game. Chance here to make it a 3-point game. Can't get it to drop. Bluefield edges just a bit closer. Anna Chillakillen handling things out front. Picked up there by House. Here is Anna Chillakillen taking it to the hoop. He missed. He missed again. And finally, he put it through.
Quick leaper, leaves his feet quick.
50-45. Bluefield seeing some pressure in the backcourt. Tony Webster, one of the assistants for Bluefield's got that ball in his hands and giving instructions. Here's Cruz. He penetrates to the bucket, and yep.
Well, who is this? That Mullins again.
That is
My
Mullins.
Goodness, I'll tell you what. You know, I've heard a lot about him, but watching him in person for the first time does a lot of things that helps his team win games.
Well, that's 4 on Cruz, 19 fouls on Bluefield. They trail it by 6 at 51-45.
Obina showing his point guard handles there, able to beat his defender. So I think it's a wasted foul by Bluefield. You got to make him finish that.
All right, so Anachilla Killen at the line. There's some discussion here. Buster Large wants an explanation about something.
Yeah, that was the 5th foul.
Yeah.
And
on
that
House.
just gives you a little time to express your opinions.
Which you never did, right?
You almost make him take him off the court. Buster Large, a little old-time trick there. Probably said that's 5 on him. Our other 3 players have 4. I want to make sure you know this for down the stretch.
All right, Anachilla Killen. 52-45, 53-45. An 8-point edge. A lot of time left in this one. Here's Paris. Paris driving, putting up the shot, rolls around, and wouldn't go. And well, there is Mullins. Did he get it off of the Bluefield Beaver? I believe he did not.
Big possession here with Bluefield. It's an 8-point game.
All right.
We need to get Braden Cruz off a ball pick for a 3-pointer.
Isaiah Rivers up off the bench for Bluefield. Here's Cruz to Paris. Paris to Sean Martin. Martin, so the 2 big men go at it there, and Martin just a little too strong with the shot. Had the movement he wanted. Here's Scholl across the timeline. Anachilla Killen penetrates, cut off there by Martin, but just turns around, flips it with one hand. Couldn't get it to drop. Nice rebound. They get it out to Scholl. His 3-pointer won't go, and Colton Craddock with a big rebound. And a timeout called by Chapmanville Regional. We'll break away here. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of the New River Community Technical College Invitational.
When someone contacts my office, usually something terrible has happened. A loved one has been killed at work, a child has been seriously injured in an accident, or an insurance or credit card company is harassing them. My job as their attorney in these troubled times is to comfort them, give them peace of mind, to investigate the facts of their case, research the law, and I fight to make sure that their rights are protected. If you need a lawyer, contact me.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign.
53-45 our score. 2:40 to go. Chapmanville trying to extend that winning streak against West Virginia competition.
All right, watch for Obina picking for the out pick and then back picking for Obina going to the basket.
And a Chillicothe, and they throw it away. So Bluefield getting an opportunity here. And a Chillicothe last night, 17 points, 14 rebounds. And then Bluefield turns it over. Tigers 6-1. Beavers 5-1. And a Chillicothe gives it to Scholl. And they won 52 in a row against West Virginia competition, and a Chillicothe missed the shot. Beavers with a chance here, going to whittle away at this lead, and Cruz, boy, had the look he wanted, and that will be off of the Tigers.
Yeah, boy, Bluefield just can't buy a three. Cruz with as good as look as you can get there. They just have not been able to knock down that three ball all night long.
Nope. Chapmanville has two, one by Scholl, one by Mullins. All right, so Cruz pulls up, and this shot is short, but he gets the rebound, drives in. Oh, my goodness gracious. Had the opening he wanted, and it just wouldn't go through. Here comes Scholl down to Colton Craddock, and that one is going to go off of the Tigers.
Well, both teams playing pretty sloppy here the last 3 minutes of the game.
Well, how about that Cancer Research Classic up in Wheeling that they were a part of last night, that being Chapmanville, and they got that win. Boy, what an event that is now in its 13th year. Just great basketball all around the state with these tournaments and driving in and scoring or trying to score Scholl. He'll go to the line as he gets fouled.
Well, Chapmanville is definitely not a one-man team. Andrew Scholl, very experienced guard, does a lot of good things. Philip Mullins really leads him. Scholl strong to the basket there. You know he's a great free throw shooter, so perfect backspin on the ball. My dad used to teach me, put your hand in the cookie jar. And there's so many different things. You got the BEEF acronym: balance, eyes, elbow, and follow through. Scholl on his jumper has them all.
All right, Scholl has 14 in the game, and that makes it a 10-point game with under a minute to go. Bluefield in trouble, and Cruz calls the timeout. So Buster Large talk things over with his Bluefield Beavers, and Brad Napper discusses things with his Chapmanville Tigers, a program that will aim to win a third straight in March in Charleston. Long way to go, but you blink, Bob Boland, though, and you know the season starts in December, and that calendar flips, and before you know it, it's sectional time.
And I say Chapmanville has to be the favorite, but you got Shady Spring. That if you did strength of schedule and all that's probably had the better year so far. But Chapmanville the favorite, Shady's good, Polka's good, Bluefield's good. Logan with Early can beat anybody on a given night. So there's about 8 teams. Being on the defensive end, he's tremendous.
And Paris had that shot altered, and Paris will have to foul Philip Mullins to get that clock stopped.
Yeah, he really good, quick across the lane, quick leaper, block shots. Definitely the best player in the state on the defensive end. And he showed that last year in the Fairmont game. Fairmont had 3 Division I players, and when they drove to the basket, Obina sent that ball packing, and got some work to do on the offensive end, but defensively he's tremendous. And you got Philip Mullins. Just what a 1-2 punch. He's able to get into the paint. He's strong. He's able to score the basketball.
We had 22 last night. He's got 16 here tonight. What a trip for Chapmanville Regional. You're in the northern panhandle, and then you come here to southern West Virginia, back-to-back nights, and there is the three they've been looking for this entire night, and probably going to come a little too late as Cruz now has 20. 5 points here in this fourth quarter makes it a 56-48 game. Yeah. Mullins was fouled. He'll go back to the line as Paris committed his third foul. Mullins, 17 in the game. Make it 18. 58-48, back to a 10-point lead. Cruz across the timeline. Cruz going to try to wheel around Anna Chillakillen. He does. Cruz with 22 in the game. Time will be called, 58-50. Let's go back to Thursday. Woodrow Wilson girls, guided by the Neighbors brothers. A couple of guys you had the pleasure coaching, Brian and Gene. And
great family, the Neighbors family.
They beat West Side 60-35. Then the West Side boys racked up 100 points. Century mark as they beat defending single-A champ Webster 169. The James Monroe boys knocked off Oak Hill 69-63. It was Independence of Mike Green, who runs this tournament as well. His crew got a win over Pocahontas County 74-47. The Pikeview girls down Wyoming East 64-49. The Shady Spring boys had that hard-fought game with Wyoming East 67-62. And then Bluefield had a big win over Greenbrier East 82-41. Yesterday, Liberty boys won 59-44 over James Monroe. Oak Hill topped Webster 61-52. Wyoming East girls down West Side 60-51. Shady Middle beat Oceana Middle. Got a middle school game in there, 48-35. Princeton down Nicholas 92-59. Pocahontas fell to Independence 74-47. And Oak Hill over Webster 61-52 as they trap Anna Chillakillen in the corner. And then again here today, Indy over Nicholas 86-81. So not only is Mike Green has been running his tournament, but boy, he's got racked up some wins this week too.
Got him a couple wins in there, and
good for him. Princeton,
and the biggest win for him was this crowd.
Oh, it's been great.
For New River Community College, had a huge crowd this evening. Big 9 days for basketball here in the Beckley area.
No doubt.
Great crowds, good games.
Princeton beat Mercer Christian 80-48. Beckley's girls topped Pikeview 76-57, and Shady again gets that win over Greenbrier East 79-76, and it was West Side over Wyoming East 62-57, and Chapmanville with Abina Anna Chillakillen and company. They're going to come away with the victory here over Bluefield 60-50, and the shot up, no good by Paris. Anna Chillakillen gets the rebound, and that will do it. A 60-50 win for two-time defending AA state champion Chapmanville Regional over Bluefield. And that is now 53 straight wins for Chapmanville Regional over West Virginia high school competition. We'll come back and recap it for you in just a moment. You're watching Video Productions live streaming coverage of the New River Community Technical College Invitational.
General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated obituary information.
When someone contacts my office, usually something terrible has happened. A loved one has been killed at work, a child has been seriously injured in an accident, or an insurance or credit card company is harassing them. My job as their attorney in these troubled times is to comfort them, give them peace of mind, to investigate the facts of their case, research the law, and I fight to make sure that their rights are protected. If you need a lawyer, contact me.
No one leaves their home thinking they will be in a car crash. Unfortunately, in West Virginia, more than 1/3 of people killed in car crashes are not wearing their seatbelts. Those who choose to wear their seatbelts stand a good chance to live another day. Law enforcement wants you to have a fighting chance. That's why we are busy making sure everyone is buckled up.
We would rather you arrive safe at all your destinations rather than it be your final destination.
Buckle up, click it, or ticket.
Logan Physical Therapy wants to help you. Have you been injured at work or in an accident? Come to Logan Physical Therapy and Doug Hibbs will provide a thorough, careful evaluation and create a comprehensive treatment program that will get you back on your feet. Logan Physical Therapy, turning setbacks into comebacks.
Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services, founded in 1975 by Riley Joe Evans, is a full-service funeral provider, offering services that respect all faiths, personal preferences, and financial considerations. They are the only funeral home in Boone, Lincoln, Logan, and Mingo counties with its own crematory. For more information, contact Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services at 304-855-3232 or visit www.evans-funeral-home.com or like Evans Funeral Home and Cremation Services on Facebook to see their updated.
That guy.
Good guy.
60-50, Chapmanville Regional over Bluefield. Final game here of the New River CTC Invitational. Bluefield jumped out to an 8-0 lead in this game, but by the end of the first quarter, it was tied 16-16. Chapmanville outscored the Beavers 10-5 in the second. In the third, Chapmanville Regional with a 16-12 edge in points and 18-17 here in the fourth, and they win it by a final of 60-50. Leading the way, Philip Mullins, or Abina Anachilla-Killen with 21. Philip Mullins had 20. They combined for 41. Andrew Scholl also in double figures with 14. Braden Cruz, game scoring honors as he finishes with 22 for Bluefield. Jaheim House had 10. Chapmanville Regional improves to 7-1. Bluefield drops to 5-2. Bob Bolin, thoughts on this game? And certainly three-point shooting was difficult for the Beavers.
Well, Mark, it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. Chapmanville had a gritty win. They only shot 22% from three-point land, making 2. And Bluefield was 0 for their first 16 threes. Cruz able to hit 1 with under a minute to play to finish 1 for 17 as a team for 6%. I thought both teams did play good defense, and they're going to be two state tournament teams. Chapmanville can beat you shooting well. They can beat you not shooting well. They're well coached, as is Bluefield. Bluefield has a lot of toughness. So we'll see both of those teams in Charleston.
Yeah. Well, what an event this was over the last 3 days.
It has been great crowds, terrific games. Couldn't ask for more.
Yeah, I was going to say this evening, we did the Shady 79-76 victory over Greenbrier East. The West Side 62-57 win over Wyoming East. And then here a 60-50 Chapmanville Regional victory over Bluefield, but certainly game much closer. Partner, good job.
Good job. Good seeing you again.
See you down the road. Again, your final score, Chapmanville Regional 60 and Bluefield 50 for color analyst Bob Bolin and our video productions crew of Robbie Mounts, Joe Mounts, and the executive producer of our video production telecasts, Butch Mounts. This is Mark Martin saying so long from the Beckley-Raleigh County Convention Center in Beckley, West Virginia. You've been watching live streaming coverage of the 2020 New River Community Technical College Invitational. All games airing on Video Productions or streaming live and archived. This has been a sports presentation of Video Productions.